My pleasure to welcome everyone today, supporters, donors of the Will Cuppy State Historical Marker. And we're going to have a few remarks before we all go outside and do the unofficial unveiling of the marker. So I'd like to start off with welcoming Michelle Marino, who's the director of the Indiana Historical Bureau, and they are the coordinators of the Indiana State Historic Marker Program. So please welcome.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. On behalf of the Indiana Historical Bureau and the Indiana State Library, I want to thank you for inviting me to be here today to help dedicate Indiana's newest state historical marker, commemorating author, satirist, and literary critic Will Cuppy. Today's new marker for Cuppy serves a reminder to us about the cultural and literary contributions Hoosiers have made in this country. Over the course of Cuppy's nearly 40-year career, he wrote 8 books and penned approximately 4,000 book reviews, in addition to writing numerous articles for publications like the Saturday Evening Post. He was a master of satire and used his wit and dark humor to examine human fallibility. And as a historian myself, I very much appreciate his use of snarky footnotes.
We only have a handful of people who I think had national notoriety, and Will Cuppy was one of those persons who did have a national following, and I think it's appropriate for us to have this marker, and I appreciate Wes Gehring here, the author of his biography, for coming today from Ball State University, and also authoring a book in the Traces magazine, the Indiana Historical Society from 2014.
These markers aren't possible in these communities without the support of the local government. And I'd like to ask Mayor Yoder to come forward and say a few words, because without the city of Auburn support, the marker wouldn't have been possible. So, Mayor.
Remarks wouldn't be complete without a few quotes from the infamous Will Cuppy to think about. And some of them were in the turn of the century or the last century, and so they're sort of, you have to take it in that time. So often we want to rewrite history into the standards and the way we live today, and that's not fair to the people who lived back then, and it's really not fair to the people who live today. But one of those is, etiquette means behaving yourself a little better than is absolutely essential. Another one that I like is, we all make mistakes, but intelligence enables us to do it on purpose. We do it on purpose. And another one is, well, we live and we learn. Oh, anyway, we live.
But on behalf of ECKHART Public Library and the ECKHART Library Foundation, I commend the hard work of all of you who've been working for many years to recognize Will Cuppy. His legacy is one that should be recognized and celebrated by Auburn, especially in this historic neighborhood, which is anchored by our public library. I can't remember exactly when I encountered Will Cuppy the first time. Sometime in my early 20s, I think. But I do remember where, on the first floor of ECKHART Public Library on the historic 1910 side. Laughing out loud as I paged through the decline and fall of practically everybody, I didn't know Cuppy had been raised practically within shouting distance of where I stood. I was just enjoying some of the funniest, sharpest writing that I'd ever encountered.
But the important thing to remember about Cuppy is he did intensive research. He would read the real facts. He would read volume after volume on these historical episodes, or on about the animals, how to become extinct, how to attract the wombat, how to tell your friends from the apes. And he would tell the story straight.
Made the marker possible. Starting with an anonymous donor, don't know who it is. I got a phone call in Michigan saying, John, do you still need $1,200 for the Cuppy marker? Yes. Phone call came back later. You got it. Would they like to be recognized? No. Okay. So $1,200 anonymous donor. The Auburn Lions Club, thank you. The Auburn Arts Commission, oh, there you go, right there, thank you. Angela Mapes Turner, thank you. Jim and Karen Farlow, thank you. And the Auburn, City of Auburn and Street Department. I actually got a text message from Derek this week after I came back from England, showing the marker on the ground. He goes, guess what I'm doing? So I knew he was doing the installation. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anyone. Bill and Mary Holler, who are up in the Upper Peninsula at the moment, and Carvel Jewelers, Mike Littlejohn. Mike was one of the first people who stepped forward with a contribution. So thank you, everyone. And now, if we would, to step outside to the marker in the house. 1, 2, 3. The front side of the marker faces Jackson Street, and this is the continuation.